A very good afternoon to all. Today I am discussing one of my paper on Chumpa Lahiri, identity crisis, rootlessness, dislocation and the feeling of alienation of an immigrant in Chumpa Lahiri namesake. Now, as we all know, Jhumpa Lahiri is one such writer who is a well-known figure in the literary world around the globe. She is widely acclaimed as an outstanding writer of Asian diaspora in general and Indian diaspora in particular. Jhumpla Lahiri, whose real name is Nilanjana Sudeshna, is an Indian American writer who was born on 11 July 1967 in London, England, uh, of Bengali immigrant parents. Her work include interpretation of melodies in 1999, The Namesake 2003, Custom Earth 2008. She is among those few Indian writers who have been awarded in the Western countries, and she has won many awards like O. Henry Award in 1999 and Pulitzer Prize for Fiction in 2000. In her writing, she basically throw focus on immigrant experience related to different sociological components like religion, culture, and race based upon loneliness, alienation, nostalgia, homelessness, rootlessness, sense of love, nihilism, existentialism, cultural confrontation, interglobalized society, and identity crisis, and above all, diasporic dilemma. Her maiden novel, The Namesake, was so popular that it has been adapted into the popular film of the same name by Meera Nair. She was born Nilanjana Sudeshna but is famous around the world by her nickname Chumpa. Lahiri has earned a name in America and hold high position as she is a member of the President Committee on the Arts and Humanity appointed by US President uh, Barack Obama some few years back. Her family moved to the United States when she was 3 years old. Lahiri considered herself as an American, stating, I wasn't born here, but I might as well have been. Lahiri grew up in Kingston, Rhode Island, where her father, Amar Lahiri, worked as a librarian at the University of Rhode Island. He is the basis for the protagonist in the third and the final continent of her novel. The closing story from of a book. The closing story from Interpreter of Maladies. Lahiri mother wanted her children to grow up knowing their Bengali heritage, and her family often visited relative in Calcutta, which is now called as Kolkata. So in this way, Lahiri interpret inherited the Bengali culture from her parents, and this formed the base of almost all her writing. She published Namesake, her first debut novel, in 2003. The story begins with the marriage of Ashima and Ashok Ganguly and span over 30 years in the life of Ganguly family. The Calcutta-born parent immigrated as young adults to the United States, where their children, Gogol and Sonia, grew up experiencing the constant generation and cultural gap with their parents. Meera Nair was the one who adopted uh, this novel as a movie. In this novel, she has shown the cultural identity interfacing people who are born in West but by origin belong to country which is considered by the Westerner as the third world. She has also shown the experience of immigrants, firstly who are born in India but are living in West, and secondly who are by origin Indian but have been born in the West. Jhumpalari, in an interview, discusses about the difference in experience of parents and children of Indian origin living in the United States. I quote, the question of identity is always a difficult one, but especially so for those who are culturally displaced as immigrant are or those who grow up in two worlds simultaneously, as in the case for their children. The older I get, the more I am aware, even though that I have somehow inherited a sense of exile from my parents. Even though in many ways I am so much more American than they are. In fact, it is still very hard to think of myself as an American. This is, of course, complicated by the fact that I was born in London. So, cultural displacement has become an issue which is being experienced by many people around the world because of large scale population from large scale migration from east to the west, or we can say from the oriental to the occidental world. Lahiri is herself a victim of it and describes her cultural experience. feelings in her books, whether it is interpreter of melodies or namesake. So this was the issue which she wanted to highlight, and so she has expressed in her writing. This formed the theme, which is the base of her novel Namesake. As we see, the parents of immigrants fear that their children could become over influenced by the American liberal and modern culture. So they would not follow their own custom and tradition, considering them to be too rigid for them. It is the same situation in which Rahul, Ashok, and Ashima find themselves in the novel, as their children are more inclined toward Western tradition than towards Indian. Uh, Lahiri tells her own experience. My parents were fearful and suspicious of America and American culture when I was growing up. Maintaining ties to India and preserving Indian tradition in America means a lot to them. Unquote. Being born in America, she is too not so emotionally attached to India, which is the country of origin or the country of her father and forefather. Uh, this case, this issue she has reflected to the character of Gogol and Sonia in the novel. It was these and which is basically her own feeling. It was all these feeling and experience which she has penned down and reflected in her writing. And Namesake is a very fine example of it. The novel opens with Ashok and Ashima, a Bengali Indian couple living in the West and trying to adjust with the situation there. Living away from their family and relatives, they experience loneliness and nostalgia. Because of living in an alien culture, they both feel homeless, helpless, and sense of loss. Ashok is a Bostonian scholar in technology who wants to establish himself in the West. He is disgusted with alien culture and has desire to accept his homeland culture. But he neither rejects alien culture nor is able to accept his root. And this is the case with the novelist herself has been. So this can be termed as subjective novel or fictionalized autobiography. The novels deal with the diasporic dilemma of two generations, Ashok and Ashima, who are brought in India but migrated to America with Gogol and Sonia, who are born in America but by origin are Indian. So the feeling which are experienced by Ashok and Ashima are different than those of Gogol and Sonia. The time span of two generations seems to be about 30 years. In this time span, they face different problems trying to adjust themselves between two cultural polarities. Ashima gave birth to a child who is named Gogol, which is the name of the famous Russian writer Nikolai Gogol. The child is brought up in a land which is not the country of his origin, and in this sense, he is neither American nor an Indian. So, whenever he comes to Calcutta, he did not feel at home here. As Lahiri say, I quote, they all come home to Calcutta, and for this reason alone they are our friend. Most of them live within walking distance of one another in Cambridge. Unquote. This is a very fine example of experiences of immigrant families who suffer from nostalgia, sense of loss, loneliness, rootlessness, and identity crisis. But Ashok and Ashima have the different feeling that their children living in America also from their children living in America who are away from their culture. They always perform all the Bengali festival and feat religious ceremony and ritual. They celebrate Annapashan ceremony, means rice eating ceremony in Bengali of their children. Even their dressing sense is mostly Indian. They even send their children to Bengali classes to learn Bengali language and culture. But their children are confused in accepting their root, which is alien to them since they have not lived in India and want to live like American, which they want their parents to follow. But Ashok and Ashima are confused in accepting dual culture. As Lahiri speak, I quote, for the sake of Gogol and Sonia, they celebrated with progressively increasing fanfare the birth of Christ and even children look forward to more than the worship of Durga and Saraswati. Unquote. They adjust with the food and other habits of children because they don't want to disturb in the cultural environment of Gogol and Sonia. In this way, they make fusion of Indian and Western tradition. But by doing all this, they are not happy as they feel insecure in cross-cultural dilemma. There is an instant when Gogol falls in love with an American girl, Ruth, which is disapproved by his parents uh, as they don't like her American style. Later on, they approve his friendship with other American, but he marries a Bengali American girl, which was chosen by his parents. In this way, we see that Ashok and Ashima are able to accept the multicultural attitude of their children, and in turn, Gokul and Sonia experience the pain and suffering of their parents. Finally, when Ashok dies, Ashima decides to live 6 months in Calcutta with her relative and 6 months in America with Gogol and Sonia. This is a fine example of immigrant dilemma. As Lahiri herself says in this novel, she is without a home of her own, a resident everywhere. In the novel, Gogol's search for identity is a continuous and never ending process. It is different from him to accept the culture of a country in which he resides, and in the same way, he is unable to reject the Indian culture to which he belongs. It is so because being born in West and by origin he is Indian, and so living in as an American in England, the culture of India is alien for him. In an interview, Lahiri stated, I quote, the question of identities is always a difficult one, but especially for those who are culturally displaced as immigrant but who grow up in two worlds simultaneously. Unquote. Chumpa Lahiri's creative writing is exceptional, appealing with an almost biblical simplicity, for which she can be ranked with other great writers of English, for example, like Ernest Hemingway, Ruskin Bond, and William Darrington. As her writing style is almost similar to them. In her work, she has used eloquent dialogues to put her ideas across, and she has sensibly treated the theme of diasporic sensibility in almost all her works. Thank you.